All right, y'all, come on in, come on in, come on in here. We got some good stuff to cover today, baby. Yes, we do. I appreciate y'all for tuning in, kicking it with your girl. With that being said, y'all, let me just say this. So these past few weeks, y'all, we have seen people block traffic. We have seen people attack people's cars. We have seen people spit on cops. Okay. We have seen people throw rocks. We have seen people catch not only businesses, but cars, all of the above, on fire. And then the fake news left, and everybody is screaming and crying peaceful protests. Well, y'all, let me just set the record straight. Florida is not playing, baby. They not playing at all. F around and find out. We talking about my boy DeSantis and Mr. Sheriff Wayne. They said F around and find out, y'all. Y'all gonna be either locked up, face down, locked up, whichever one you want to do. I'm trying to tell y'all, they not playing. Baby, they not playing. Y'all, this blueprint is law and order, and it is spreading across America like a wildfire. Crazy work. So with that being said, y'all, I'm finna shut up. We finna dive into the first video coming from Jeffrey Med, y'all. Ron DeSantis said if protesters block your car and try to surround you, we're gonna hold that thought right there. Let's dive into the video and hear what Mr. DeSantis has to say. Let's get into it.
And we also have a policy that if you're driving on one of those streets and a mob comes and surrounds your vehicle and threatens you, you have a right to flee for your safety. And so if you drive off and you hit one of these people, that's their fault for impinging on you. You don't have to sit there and just be a sitting duck and let the mob grab you out of your car and drag you through the streets. You have a right to defend yourself in Florida.
Every state should have this right.
I know that right.
Especially all the red states. Blue states, But what this does is it does not incentivize people to protest. It doesn't incentivize them to take over highways and block people from driving. If they know they can be hit by this car and that person will walk away without any problems, without getting put in jail, without being arrested, it'll make them think twice about doing it. But at the same time, it actually protects the citizens of that state or city, wherever they are. Because many of these people will want you to just sit and wait for the protest. Let them hold you up all day. Let them get around your car so they can get in front of you and stop you. Then they can get around your car. Then they can bust your windows out. Then they can harm you. No, I love what Ron DeSantis is saying, and I think all Republican states should have something like this in the law to protect their citizens from lawlessness, or to allow their citizens to protect themselves when put in a dire situation like that. If you guys are blocking a road and protesting and surrounding cars or stopping them from going where they want to go and you get hit by a car, sounds like a you problem. Stay out of the way. And protest without impinging on other people's freedom of movement.
Baby, that's your you problem. Baby, let me go ahead and go down the Florida just for the hell of it. Okay, baby, move out the way. DeSantis said if you don't move out the way, I got the right to put my foot on their gas and keep it moving. If around and find out. Because this is ridiculous. They be holding people up in their cars for hours. Hours. Just imagine getting off work, you ready to go home. Or happen to go pick up, your baby or something like that. And you sitting here because these bimbos outside in the street, blocking the streets and protesting and all this other type of stuff. Then trying to attack your cars and stuff like that. DeSantis said, put your foot on the gas. I'm going to put my foot on the gas. You better go ahead and go. Get on that Queen Bee's way. No mercy. All right, y'all, let's keep it going. We finna keep this thing flowing. Now we getting into Mr. Sheriff Wayne. They on the same page, y'all. If around and find out was a person, it's definitely DeSantis and god dang Sheriff Wayne. Let's dive into this next video coming from Eric Daughtry on X, y'all. Let's go.
So I'm gonna break it down for you. All right. And if somebody wants to know what I mean by turn violent, all right, this is what I mean. If you resist lawful orders, you're going to jail. Let me be very clear about that. If you block an intersection or a roadway in Brevard County, you are going to jail.
Okay.
If you flee arrest, you're going to go to jail tired because we are going to run you down and put you in jail.
They ready.
If you try to mob rule a car in Brevard County, gathering around it, refusing to let the driver leave. In our county, you're most likely going to get run over and dragged across the street. If you spit on us, you're going to the hospital and in jail.
They put them hands on you.
If you hit one of us, you're going to the hospital and jail, and most likely get bitten by one of our big, beautiful dogs.
Not the big, beautiful dog.
If you throw a brick, a firebomb, or point a gun at one of our deputies, we will be notifying your family where to collect your remains at, because we will kill you graveyard dead. We're not going to play. This has got to stop. You're watching what's taking place out there. You're seeing police officers that are being attacked, being spit on, being put in harm's way just for doing their jobs. You're seeing ICE agents that are being targeted for doing their jobs. And you're seeing obstructionists that are doing all of this, standing in the way of law and order.
Baby, he said it ain't me. I'm just the messenger relating it. F around to find out. And don't say I ain't warned y'all. Because here's the warning right here. Loud and clear. And he said what he said. DeSantis said what they said. Y'all F around to find out. There will be consequences with every action that you taking when you out here protesting. And well, we can't even say protesting anymore. When you out here rioting and doing all of the above but peaceful protesting. Find out. You think they playing. He said, big, beautiful dog get bit by a big, beautiful dog. They ain't playing no games with y'all. No more. They not crazy. With that being said, y'all, we getting ready to get into Santa Trump. I want y'all to listen to this story. A very dope story. So just listen to what he has to say. And then we're going to chop it up in the comment section, y'all, because I definitely want to know y'all thoughts. So let's go ahead and dive into the video.
Understand that 120 guns per 100 people is...
First of all, that's registered. Because I got like 5 unregistered. So there's that. Let me tell you a little story. I was military for 23 years, and we go TDY, which is a temporary duty, which means you go over to another country or somewhere else and you do some work. I was talking to a Russian general one time, and there was a whole bunch of us, and we were hanging out, and can't tell you where it was, but let's just say I asked the Russian general, I was like, why didn't World War III ever kick off during the Cold War? Because he was an old general and he'd been around for a while. He looked at me without question and said, we were never scared of your army. We were never scared of your military. That's not what we were scared of at all. They said, our contingency plans always accounted for your military. But no matter what we did and no matter what we planned, we could not account for the hundreds of millions of people that had firearms in your country. So no matter where we landed the troops, they would be landing under fire. There was nowhere safe for us to go. And every contingency plan, we lost. That's why we have the Second Amendment.
I love a good storyteller, y'all. I love a good storyteller. And these reaction videos, they're cute. But we're not going to meme our way out of the Constitution, y'all. But I wanted to share that with y'all. Okay? Baby. Y'all got to understand it is a beautiful time to be alive. It's an epic time. Y'all see that majority of these people who are protesting are illegal criminals or the people that did not get here the right way. Y'all understand that they're holding their flags up, not the American flags, but they ain't trying to leave. Trump even had a situation where he was giving them $1,000 and all that for them to leave on their own peacefully. And these folks still not taking that type of opportunity. What a great president to even come up with something like that. You know what I'm saying? And these folks still not trying to leave. Y'all got to understand. Why you think these crazy bimbo left mental institution people that need to be checking themselves in is still here? Why they ain't left nowhere? Why they ain't gone nowhere? Because I can guarantee you go anywhere else with the type of bull crap they doing here, baby. Them folks is not having it. And that's all we trying to do. Yes, we have the country of freedom. You know what I'm saying? It's a great place to stay, but we also, like they stated, have law and order. And all the president trying to do is get our country back in order because it's been ran down to the ground too long. The wrong way, the corruption way. Y'all, we finna dive into some good stuff because y'all know with all this ride and the stuff that's been going on. One thing I got to say about MAGA is y'all always show up and show out with such class. Now, if you want to know what a peaceful protest looks like, okay, I'm here to show y'all what a peaceful protest looks like. This is not no Nazi, no none of that fake news is putting on MAGA. Now, what y'all been seeing lately going on, them riots in LA trying to take place in New York and wherever else they trying to do this whole riot type of stuff or whatever or whatnot, what y'all been seeing, that is not no peaceful protesting. Wake up, people. Let me show you what peaceful protesting looks like with class. Okay, baby? That's one thing we gonna represent is class. Okay, and don't get it twisted. Don't get it twisted now. But baby, this is how you're supposed to represent. And it says a lot about their characters, y'all. I mean, we have President Trump as our president. You know what I'm saying? And if Trump is, chumping people off left to right with class, then why not the MAGA, baby? Let me show you how it's done. Appreciate y'all for tuning in, kicking it with your girl. Thank you if you watched it to the end of this video. The only thing I ask for you to do is share, baby, because this is where we bring in the news. This is where we bring in the news, but we are definitely dragging out the lies, okay? With that being said, y'all want to know y'all thoughts in the comment section. Let's go ahead and dive into this video. And then I got another one. And then we gonna chop it up. Let's go MAGA. Let's get into it. Coming straight from Uncle Snuckle on X. Let's go. Yes, sir. On the way to California to back ICE agents and deport criminal illegals. Let's go MAGA. Let's go, baby. Let's go. Let go. Let go. Yes, sir. Oh, y'all, and that's only half of us, y'all. Do y'all understand how huge this movement is? Stop playing. With that being said, y'all, I love y'all. Thank y'all so much for the love and support. We are almost at 100K. Y'all, okay? Because we did this. All right? I appreciate y'all. Share. That's the only thing I'm asking y'all to do is share. Okay? I ain't asking y'all for too much, nothing else. Just share. Let's get the truth out there. Let's get the real news out there and pull out them lies. Because that's what it's all about at the end of the day. All right, y'all. Let's get it. Coming straight from Kate on X. Thank you, California Patriots, for standing up for the country. I love this. MAGA in the mother freaking building. Let's go. Say, USA, baby. Deep. MAGA.